Francisco as you get a look inside modern Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Today we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Philadelphia Eagles and the San Francisco 49ers. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. They come out here in the eye. A first carry for the vet, Danny Woodhead. So a good spin move, but not a whole lot to show after as he's taken down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And the tight end, Zach Ertz, is key in this offense as we get a look at the starters.
Comes out of the factory known as Stanford, which keeps putting out tight ends. Zach Ertz, one of the better ones we've seen in recent years.
On second down, here's Wentz. Ertz over the middle. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Wentz going to try and throw on 3rd. And he connects with Ertz. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
First carry for Carlos Hyde. And some room to maneuver. Cuts back left sideline. Touchdown, 49ers. Carlos Hyde with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Niners have taken the early lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh! Off he goes.
Ryan Suckup on for the point after. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead. I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. One play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. Start on the ground here with Woodhead. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it was almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackler was there right away for a loss of yardage.
Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. Caught on the right side by Adams. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 15 yards through the air and a first down. They come out here in the eye. Wentz now on first down. He'll drop it underneath for Woodhead. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it's a second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Wentz to throw on second down. He targets Jordan Matthews, and it's caught. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. Fresh set of downs here. They run with Woodhead. He finds some open field here. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Woodhead. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on 3rd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Aaron Lynch in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
And Lambeau will put this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
On the return, it's Ted Ginn Jr. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. They start the drive with Hyde. He takes this from the 30 to the 34. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks. And here's the headshots for the offense, and Carlos Hyde, a talented back.
Has taken over as the lead runner. A terrific talent. Can batter you inside, but has more speed than what you expect to take it the distance.
He'll drop to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. So a 2nd down incompletion now brings up 3rd down. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They're going to look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down. Second down now after the incompletion. They come out here in the eye. Now it's Woodhead. And some space here. Look at the spin.
Balance.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
I thought guys that were over 30 weren't supposed to run the football this well in the National Football League. How about that veteran leadership? A big-time run, combined with some nice blocking by his offensive line, showing that the ins and outs of being a veteran still has his place in this league. His odometer is not totally turned over yet.
They run again with Woodhead. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18. Credit the tackle to Navarro Bowman.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
On second down, here's Wentz. That is caught at the 7-yard line. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. Simple slant route, and part of a really nice hard throw by the quarterback.
Nice timing between the quarterback and the receiver. They were perfectly in sync, and he put it right on him on the inside route.
5 yards to go for the offense. 1st down and goal from that 5-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
One thing that's really difficult for an offense is often identifying how to block a 3-4 defense. Well, when they're coming on a blitz, even more difficult. They're elusive targets and hard to hit.
Offensive line wasn't set. There's the flag, and 5 yards back they go.
Quarterback has to look around and make sure that his team is ready to go. Sometimes the quarterbacks go faster than is necessary.
And on 2nd and 10 now. They'll run it now out of the gun. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. And let's see, 6 defensive backs out there. They're in the dime here on 3rd and goal. Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal. Wentz now on 3rd and goal. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
When you hear screen, screen, screen on defense, that's a little bit scary because you know a big play might result.
He was so ready to get to part 2 of the screen, he forgot part 1, couldn't get the ball. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Lambeau will put this one through, and they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So 3 points is the outcome, but probably not what they're looking for given the drive that they were on.
Yeah, things were looking good. You had it 1st and goal, but then the offense sputters a bit, and they're forced to settle for a field goal.
San Francisco gets set to go here. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
A pickup there of 37. And it'll be a San Francisco first down.
I can say this from experience, especially from a defensive back's perspective. There's not many things more terrifying than a toss sweep or a pitch play and all that beef out in front of the runner.
Yeah, I had an old coach say 3 words on those plays, toss or pitch. Set the edge. Heard him over and over.
A lot of times they roll the edge, and when they do that, that's why you can go for a long way.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
You have to give big-time credit to the cornerback on that play. Most of them like to just sit back and say, I'm playing pass. But he diagnosed that play so fast and got into the backfield for a loss of yardage. That's a monster play by a corner.
They'll set up to throw. And McDonald here over the middle. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Vance McDonald with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the 49ers add on to their lead. And nowadays in NFL football, you have to account for all the receivers, sure, but the tight end's such a weapon, and they prove it right there.
Oh, without a doubt. And we're seeing now the golden age of tight ends catching the football. I go back to Kellen Winslow. To me, he was a prototype of what we're seeing today. We're seeing it each and every week now.
And it's up. It's good. Our score, 14-6. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe. That play almost seemed like a baseball play. See ball, hit ball. But in this case, see guy with ball, tackle guy with ball.
Now Wentz throwing on second down. He sets to fire deep. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And now it's third down.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
On third and long, it's Wentz. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Nelson Aguilar, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Eagles move back within a couple of the lead.
Partner, you know what the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches the football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They come up in an offset eye. They'll look to throw here. Catch left side here by Aiken. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. First down coming there on the intermediate passing play. That's been a point of emphasis, they told us in practice, using those medium routes to keep the defense off balance.
And it wasn't just them telling us. We got to watch them practice it and work on it because they've been trying to fine-tune it and get it right before this game. And I think they have to be happy with the result.
First down, a run with Hyde. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
Come on, let's go!
They run it again with Hyde. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Really good, skillful, tough running throughout this contest. Picked up first down after first down. He's got to have a nickname, doesn't he? How about the human first down machine? I think that fits.
Here we go!
A toss play. This is Hyde. Uses the stiff arm. And he's brought down. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to more NFL action on EA Sports after this. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will join us from Orlando with our halftime report, but business to take care of before that. Now they'll run it on the toss. A strong running. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Carlos Hyde, his second touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. And, Charles, the second time today that he has hit pay dirt.
And once you score the first one, there's that natural tendency, and there's also that eagerness to get back there again. Oh, he smells it. This guy smelled the end zone, and twice he's gotten there.
And with that, the lead is up to 8. It's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Carson Wentz, along with his offense, heading back out there for their next possession. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but they're losing. And I think as the captain of the offense, you probably always feel like you need to do more in that situation.
The best have always felt that way, and they won't settle for anything less. So right now, his goal is to increase what he's doing on the field, try to make sure his teammates come along with him, and he feels like if I do better, everyone will do better. And that's what we're seeing from him right now. Got to have a little extra determination.
Yeah, a little extra determination. He has thrown the touchdown pass. No interceptions for him personally to this point. Wentz to throw on second down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll be 3rd and 10.
Well, that wasn't exactly a work of art, was it?
No, that wasn't a thing of beauty. This is why I don't play in points per reception fantasy league.
Is that what they call
receiver
PHI?
still gets a point there. Yeah.
Oh.
And you went that far back. No bueno.
Well, I'll tell you what. I wish I had their defense on my fantasy game.
On the ground, this is Woodhead. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. On 4th down on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. Back deep, Bruce Ellington. Here's Ellington. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say,
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Flushed out right. It's hauled in by Torrey Smith. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. A 10th carry for Hyde. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Carlos Hyde as the first half is winding down. And the 49ers add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
And he's able to put it through. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it was capped off by a Carlos Hyde touchdown run. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Here's the option going right. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we will send you eastward to Orlando and Larry Ridley. He's standing by with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Larry.
Thanks, Brandon. Thanks, Charles. And welcome to our EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. The 49ers played well en route to a victory last week, and today it's been more of the same. The Eagles are just going to have to try and figure out a way to make a dent in this deficit. All right, let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Eagles starting on their opening drive. Ertz has got the grab but fumbles here, and that connection will lead to a gain of 4 yards. Now following the turnover, Hines looking for room to run, and he'll go in for a score. He'll take the early advantage. 49ers with it now early in the second. McDonald is by himself here, and a quick 3-play drive ends with a score. 49ers go up by 8. Eagles ball early in the second. Wentz has got the completion from the gun, and a quick 3-play drive ends with a score. Eagles trail now by 1. 49ers take it at the 16. Hines going to show off his strength, and he scoots into the end zone for his second TD, which takes the lead to 8. 49ers lined up at the 10. Hines going to look for a gap, and he'll score his 3rd touchdown of the half. 49ers go up by 15.
All right, Larry, these two teams back out there as we get set and ready for this second half. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Now it's Ellington to return. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. On the left side, it's McDonald. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
I think that should have been chalked up as a winning play for the defense, and they somehow beat it, didn't they? Right-handed quarterback flush to his left, yet he finds his tight end on the left side of the field. That's a tough throw. What a great completion.
Here we go. 190.
Coming right, Hyde on the toss. Muscles him off. A second stiff arm. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. So back-to-back games here of great production. And just, you know, his cuts, they're so quick last week and this week.
That comes from confidence, I think. He understands what the defense is trying to do. But I think he has so much belief in his offensive line that he's just saying, the block's going to be there. I'm not worried about it. And we saw that last week. In fact, they were so good last week on the flight home. I actually plugged in the game and watched the offensive line play one more time. I was so impressed by them. And they're carrying it over to this week. And, of course, when you got a big-time runner behind them, that's a pretty good combination.
Doesn't hurt.
Partner, I think there's a lesson there. Some days you're just having a really tough time, and for the defense, today has been that day. But after that play, what do you learn? You can still make plays even when the other guy's having success against you.
They're going to look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. It's caught on the right side at Smith. Touchdown, 49ers. Torrey Smith, his third touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Extra point try now for Succop. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
Face mask penalty, and Charles, you were a defender. You know sometimes in the heat of the moment, it's hard to keep your hands away from that face mask.
Sometimes you just get out of position as a defender when you're trying to make a tackle, so you end up flailing away, and your hand gets into the wrong spot.
Let's go. 3-19.
Here's Woodhead. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line's just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you've got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
Ertz has it left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
the speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
And he'll give it here to his running back. He'll get only a couple down to the 44. The tackle by Tremaine Brock.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
Now Wentz throwing on second down. Ertz over the middle. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Call it a pickup of 7, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Wentz now on first down. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
All right, here we go. Blue 90.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he cuts it out to this touchdown, Philadelphia. Danny Woodhead with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Eagles get a score closer.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
We put our attention now on the Eagles' defense. And with this deficit, let's be honest, it's time for them to get a stop.
And partners, you understand very well from our time together and visiting with coaches, defensive coordinators tend to be a little more emotional, a little more high-strung than others.
They are.
I have a feeling that speech came out about taking a stand and bowing up in this possession.
Yeah, that's where this word pride comes out, right?
In a big way. I know back in the good old days, just about every team was constructed to power run to the right side. We just saw a pitch to the right side that worked pretty well.
It's easier going to the right than the left?
It just used to be very simply that the right side was always the power side. I think that's just one of those old things. I'm not sure it's still the same, but on that play, it certainly felt like we were back to the future.
Yeah, and it worked. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack, and on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Brandon Graham in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the end.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. This defense figured out something in the locker room. That's 2 third-quarter picks now.
And you just wonder, did he get too comfortable in the locker room himself? His team has the lead. Take care of the football. He's putting them in jeopardy right now.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, we gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those three guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
And this one is incomplete.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Ellington now to return it. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the fourth and final quarter. And now the 49er offense ready to go and getting back out onto the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
They'll look to throw here. Flush to his right. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their third of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they've missed a golden opportunity.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Hey, let's go.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A gain of 6 there on first.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. On second down, here's Wentz. And this is Hurts with it, right side. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. On first down, Wentz. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. A gain of 6 there on first.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
Wins to throw again. Trying for the tight end, Ertz, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro, Navarro Bowman. And to the 43, so down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
San Francisco gets set to go here. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Second down and a little ways to go here. 2nd and 13.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. And it looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves him with 7 yards to go on third down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And the Eagles will go with an extra DB here as they prepare for a stop on third.
Thinking pass all the way.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Here's Bradley Pinion now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Oh, and you just can't do that. 15 yards on the roughing the kicker call.
Absolutely inexcusable. The kicker's in a defenseless position, and he just gets taken out.
Well, the offense lining up 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
Eluding the pressure right. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Ertz has it left side. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Six yards here to go for the offense on second down. Now Wentz throwing on second down. That is incomplete.
That's just flat out a terrific play because it's rare that you see a hitch route batted down. That means someone read that one really well and was right on the spot when the ball got to the receiver.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now Wentz on third down. And he dropped it. Now it was tipped. Altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it. And now fourth down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Now Wentz, gotta have this one. And he connects with Ertz. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up, because defensively, you work on fourth down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. Wentz now on first down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat. Complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
Again, it's Wentz. He finds Aguilar over the middle. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Quick pass play there on the slant, Charles. Works out well for the offense.
The offense loves it. The defender hates it. Hard to get through the body of the receiver to get to the football trying to cover a slant.
Again, they'll throw with Wentz. Over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40.
Holding offense.
So there you go, holding by the offense, and that'll push him back.
Changes everything now as you try and figure out what your playbook has for you. Longer yardage situations, tougher to execute and pick up first downs.
Third and long, it's Wentz. He's got time in the pocket, and he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. A great read, and it's picked off. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. But I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now, having thrown 3?
And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Carry number 20 here for Hyde. And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down.
Come on, let's go!
Now they'll run it on the toss. Cut back, left sideline. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
4 down. Let's go! Grind 38! Grind 38!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one. Maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
Here we go.
On 2nd down, Hyde. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Charles, I know it's hard when live bullets are flying, but you cannot keep your hand up around the face mask area.
It is absolutely inexcusable nowadays. We talk about target areas all the time. You have to aim lower so that your hand doesn't get involved in the face mask.
They come up in an offset eye. Now they'll run it on the toss. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. And they're behind the sticks here a bit now, dealing with a 2nd and 12.
Here we go.
Now a run with Hyde. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. 1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 11.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
Let's go. 1-9.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw, escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So the offensive unit called the TO, and now we are ready to resume play. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And Selleck here, left side. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. Well, I know it points to this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal, that's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for the Niners, a final win here means they'll finish at 14-2. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, this might wind up being a tough pill to swallow as they're going to finish the season at 9-7. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The 49ers get the win here at home, as we say.